there, it's Lindsey here. I feel like I need to catch you guys up on some things. A lot has happened in the last week or two. I know that my face looks bad. I'm having a rosacea breakout, and that's because of the medication they put me on. A couple weeks ago, I told you guys that I was in a lot of pain, and that was because of a severe contact dermatitis, or at least that's what the doctor thinks it is. We're still not sure. It's still there. After all the medication is gone, it's still there, so I'm not really sure what we're gonna do about it, if it's like an allergy to something internal or if it actually is a contact allergy. We don't know, but we're trying to figure that out. So all that's still happening, and now I have this all happening. Initially I thought I was having like hormonal breakouts, but I've had to go to the dermatologist like 3 times, and they have diagnosed me with rosacea, so now I'm gonna start looking at natural remedies and diet changes and all that for rosacea, and giving all that a try. So we're still trying to figure out what's going on with my leg. It's not as severe as it was after going through all the medications they put me on, but it is still there. But I'm gonna try some other things and see if I can get it gone. It's gonna rain at some point today, but we're going to try and do our site prep today. Jay's already working on it, so he might have gotten a lot of it done. We also ordered some electric fencing to keep the dogs out of that area, so they don't, once we get the platform built and the insulation under it, then they don't get out there and pull the insulation down like they did on this house, and we ended up having to redo it. So we're trying to prevent that this time by putting a fence around our building area. So let's go find Jay. It's starting to sprinkle already. It's not supposed to rain till 4 or 5, but oh yes.
I'm done.
All done? I guess we need to like take some of this dirt and fill in this hole. Tony, our tree guy, came out and took the tree down, and there were roots here. There was like a stump with some roots, and it was going to be really difficult to get our foundation around it, so he just pulled that right up and kind of ran over it a few times to pack the ground down. But there is still like a little hole here, so I think we're going to try to spread out the ground evenly and then maybe run the tractor tires over it a few times to pack it down, and that'll just have to be good enough.
Stand here a while, take a little time. Since you went away, it came to a halt. Silence is everywhere, and you're not.
Woo, look at you, girl.
Oh, this is inside out.
Did you dress yourself?
Yes.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. I get to start this inside out.
Yeah, that's okay. So we put down some of that red clay dirt and pebble mixture that was on the driveway there and kind of packed it down. I think that's gonna work out for us. Hopefully we packed it down because it's about to rain. Maybe that'll kind of keep the water out of that hole. Ruby's in here. And now I'm looking for a chain because we're gonna move that limb out of the way so we can properly get the fencing put up. That is premier fencing that we're putting up. It's just temporary to keep the dogs out of that area so they don't start digging and stuff like that. You already saw Ruby was trying to dig. She likes fresh dirt. But that fencing we'll be able to reuse to give the goats a little more space or the chickens a little bit more space. Eventually we're going to permanently put the goats out in the little pasture that we had cleared last year. But fencing is a big expense. It's probably one of the biggest expenses on Homestead. So, dog tongue. Our little Stevie there would have died the other night if not for Miss Ruby. Ruby got spayed on Thursday, and Thursday night we were laying in bed. It was about 1:30 or so, and she needed to get up and go to the bathroom. Normally I would just make her get back on the bed because she had had surgery, I thought maybe she needed to go potty, you know, and she was on some pain medication and stuff like that. So I decided to go ahead and take her outside, and as soon as I walked outside I heard a horrible, horrible noise from the goat pen. And I went out there and it was that guy laying on the ground. He was laid over, he couldn't get up. He was moving a little bit, but not much. When I picked him up, he was cold. I checked his temperature and he was 94.6, which is very, very low, fatal for goats. So I stuck him in a trash bag, put him in the sink with like 103-degree water, got him warmed up, took him out. He was still a little wet from being outside. I think he had gotten wet and then laid outside and got cold. So his temp went back down, we went back in the water, and we did this back and forth a few times, even getting a hair dryer and like tinting it so he would warm up. And finally about 6 a.m. his temperature stabilized and he started walking around, he started eating, he started drinking, and he was okay. But I have started some anemia treatments on him just in case it's something going on. I've wormed him again just in case it's that. So we're doing a lot of preventative things with really the whole herd just in case there's something going on. But yeah, we would have lost him had Ruby not woken me up. And she kept insisting that I get up, and she didn't need to go potty because as soon as I brought her outside, she just stood there and looked at me. So I think she may have heard him out there suffering, and Ruby, I think she may have heard him out there, and that's why she woke me up, because she came right back in. She was concerned about him too. But when he started headbutting her the next morning, I knew that he was probably going to be okay. But he's not out of the woods yet. He's still a little bit weak. I really thought that Stevie was not going to make it. Even as I was trying to warm him up in the bathtub and putting a hair dryer on him and all that, even through all that, I really didn't think he was going to make it. So when he popped up and he was active the next morning, I was in awe. That was a whole night with no sleep, and I was exhausted yesterday, so we didn't do a whole lot yesterday around here, which is why we're trying to get caught up today. We were going to start on the foundation, but we decided to kind of take the time and do the site prep and make sure the dogs can't get in there and tear things up. That's going to be really important going forward, that we have that area kind of secured. So that is what we're doing today.
Why are you holding back? Holding back your love. Babe, I'm about to crack. I can't take it anymore. Why can't you let me know where we at? 'Cause we don't got forever. Tell the truth, just
we picked this little thing up for seed starting. Our greenhouse is kind of crappy and there's lots of air leaks and stuff like that. This was just a greenhouse from Harbor Freight, the small one, and we built it up so we could actually get in here with headspace. But it's not a great greenhouse, so we may end up doing something different later on, building something bigger kind of out there where our big garden goes. But we got this for like extra insulation for seed starting, and then we've got our little heater in here that turns on with certain temperatures so it doesn't get too cold. So we're almost ready to start seed starting. Look at this mint like surviving the frost and stuff. It's growing out the bottom of my pot. It's still in here too, but lots in here.
I'm running in circles around you. And I know I've been acting strange for a while, but I want you close. Ooh, closer than before. And no one knows that I want you close. I'm not overthinking feelings. I just need you to know that I want you close. Ooh, closer than before.
So as I'm editing this, I realized I didn't show you the ceiling, which I said I was gonna do. Turn off the fan so you guys can see it. Finally have a fan in my bedroom, and I'm just so nice. I'm so excited. It looks really nice. There are some pieces, I'm gonna go back with some white silicone around the edges. We may end up putting some kind of edging or something around the edge, but and silicone in all the cracks. But for now, it's done in this room, and I can't wait to do it to the living room and the kitchen because I think it's gonna look amazing. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments.
I want you close. I'm not overthinking feelings. I just need you to know that I want you close. Ooh, close.
But I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. I need to go make my bed now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you know when I release new videos. And give this one a like. But I'll talk to you guys in the comments. Bye.
Bye.
Hiding all my feelings, broken from